Hello everyone, today we will be solving for the missing angle of a triangle using the sine ratio. So I have placed here because sine ratio is actually sine is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. Sine is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. So the acronym SO is for sine. We will be focusing on the missing angle in this video. There is another video that talks about the missing side. I will put the link of that video in the description box below. It is also very imperative that we name each of the sides in terms of opposite, adjacent, and hypotenuse, because from there we would know which equation do we have to use. And there is another video that talks about how to name the sides of a triangle as either opposite, hypotenuse, or adjacent. I will put the link of that video in the description box below. Okay, so let's have the first example right here. So we are looking for the missing angle in this picture. We are missing angle E. So again, it's pretty much the same thing as what we did in the previous sections. We label the parts first. So our 5 here is the opposite, and our 8 here is the hypotenuse. So we have opposite and hypotenuse. Since we have opposite and hypotenuse, we're using the sine. So I'm going to set it up. So sine of angle E. So it's the E that we're looking for is equal to opposite. So the opposite side is 5 over the hypotenuse is 8. But as you can see here, we want the E by itself because we want the angle E. How many degree is this? So then we go ahead and use the arc sine. So to do that, we are going to write E is equal to sine -1. So that is arc sine 5 over 8. So then we are going to use the calculator to get this value. But before, again, just like how I mentioned in the previous video, be sure that when you are doing this problem, the calculator is set up in degrees. So if you're using the blue calculator, if you hit DRG, it should be degree that's highlighted. If you are using the yellow calculator, if we hit mode, it should be, the degree should be highlighted. So as you can see here, that's degree right there. So then at this time, since it's set up in degree, then we can go ahead and do the math on this. Now, just a reminder, if your answer is different from the one that we got over here, most likely your calculator is not set up in degree. So be sure that you set that up in degree. Most likely it's in radian. So we hit the second sine, and that gives us the arc sine. Then we put in the 5 over 8. So 5 divided by 8. And so the angle for that is 33.68. So that is 33.68 is the measure of angle E. So that one right there is 33.68. At this time, I would encourage you to pause this video and solve for angle T. And when you're done, unpause it and check your answer. Okay, so we label the parts again. So 6 is our opposite. 13 is the hypotenuse. Okay, so from here, we go ahead and set it up. This is sine of angle T. So sine of angle T is equal to opposite is 6 over the hypotenuse is 13. So then we want the T by itself. So we're going to use the arc sine. So T is equal to the arc sine, sine -1 of 6 over 13. Then we use calculator on this. The measure for angle T should be 27.49. Did you get 27.49 as your answer? Good. Perfect. At this time, I would encourage you to pause this video and try this problem out on your own. We're solving for angle B and angle K. And when you're done, unpause it and check your answer. Okay, so we do the angle B first. So this side is the opposite and this side is the hypotenuse. So then we go ahead and set this up. So that is sine of angle B is equal to the opposite is 12 over 17. We want B, so we use the arc sine. So B is equal to sine -1 or arc sine 12 over 17. And if we use the calculator, this should come out 44.90 degrees. So this angle B is 44.90 degrees. Did you get 44.90 degrees? Good, perfect. Now we move on to the last one. So the 9 here is our opposite, and 11 is the hypotenuse. Again, we're using the SOH, or sine, is sine of angle K. So that's the angle that we're missing, is equal to the opposite, which is 9 over 11. We want the K, so K is equal to the arc sine, sine -1 of 9 over 11. If we use the calculator, our K should be 54.90 degrees. Did you get 54.90 degrees? Good. Perfect. If you find this video helpful, hit like and subscribe for more math videos. See ya!